Hi there, my name is Graham. In Second Life, I'm known as Hrdtop75 Deluxe. I volunteer at the Virtual Railway Consortium. The Virtual Railway Consortium consists of members and groups that enjoy the railways around Second Life. They provide free open source scripts and builds for residents to enjoy. In this series, I'm going to make a mesh locomotive from scratch using free software found on the net and open source scripts from the Virtual Railway Consortium. The reason why I'm making this series is to show you how it can be easy to make something from scratch and prevent DMCA takedowns. DMCA being Digital Millennium Copyright. But most importantly, help out newcomers to the railroads in Second Life. Join me live once a week, Mondays 5 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time or Sunday 2400 SLT. The video will also be available for viewing later as well. But for now, let's get on with the build. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check for the sound. Everything's going good. Hope everyone's going well. Welcome back to the live stream. This is episode 10. Episode 10. We're still making the model. We've made the upper half of the model. We're now onto the lower chassis. Everything is going great so far. I've actually built this model in a different way that I usually do. The first part of the model, I shaped it as to one side coming down all the way through, or going up, whatever. The second part of the model, what I'm doing now, I'm actually shaping it as a cube and reducing it, which makes it a lot harder. This is the second form of how to use mesh. There are many forms of actually using mesh, and this is just one of them. I still do have many other parts of this model to build, and I can show you that as well. There's only one thing that I can't show you, and I will have to go and see somebody about that. And as I keep mentioning that'd be Zany Zen down at the Zany Zen Railway. Make sure you go and check out their railway as well. It's really good. Absolutely perfect. Really good for taking pictures. Fantastic. Tonight we are going to keep going on the chassis. We're going to form it up. There's a lot of trickery in the actual model. However, I want to simplify it, and I don't want it to be super primmy. I don't want to have 100% detail in the model. I want to try and bring it down a little bit to the point where people know what they're looking at, but they're not going in and looking under the cowcatcher and finding out that we've made a mistake. That's just crazy. So that's what we're doing tonight. For the people that are joining in now, thanks for joining in and watching. I'd also like to thank the people that have been watching since day one. Thanks for all the likes, the subscribes, and even the people that have disliked the videos. It's all views. It all helps out the channel, and it's all views on how I can help the community. There's not many people that'll show you how to do this. So if there's something cool there that you like, share the thumbs up. If you don't like it, put a thumb down. It's up to you. At least you've watched it anyway. If there's any questions that you've ever had, you're more than welcome to ask me in World. I'm sure I can manage to answer most of them. We're probably, at this stage in the build, probably looking at about, I'll put my money on about 60% of the build is done now. We're coming close to Christmas. I was hoping to have this done by Christmas, so I've really got to knuckle into this one. 2 hours a night should still manage what we're doing. So now, as for the model that we're building, I've actually made some changes. Let's go into World. Okay, so I actually had to go on scale it again. So I used to have 6 wheels there underneath where they should be. It was actually the wrong scale. I think I went 120 by 120Z by 120Y by, I think 100X. Now I build in that scale because it means I can fit more carriages behind it. That little bit extra percentage on the body means that I can get more carriages behind it, and that always looks really good. Looking into the model, wrong mouse, obviously. You can see that I've made some changes, and it actually looks more, how do you say? It looks a little bit more realistic now. In the last video, I'll put this over here. Here we are. In the last video, the locomotive that we're working on was a lot smaller and compact. So I've actually upscaled it now to the proper length and height. I made some bad calculations. So we're getting there. We're going to push hard, push. The reason why I made the error was because I actually did use a proper circle on what you may see now titled object in the screen. Let me add an NDI capture mouse pointer. There we go. So you can see my mouse pointer right there. That was not a complete circle. It was actually, it was more like an oval. So I can tell you for a fact that that fan is definitely a circle. So I made sure everything was scaled out properly. Make sure the width of the locomotive was correct, everything like that. So we're almost there. There's going to be a whole heap of little bits and pieces that I'm going to have to make by hand. I mean, some things are pretty super quick to make. If you remember on the Railways of Second Life video, there was a hat that Draxter and myself wore. I actually made that in about 30 minutes, textured it, put the lighting and bumpiness, the whole lot on it. So it's not that hard to do. It's not very hard at all. for now, if I'm having sound problems, please tell me. I had an update recently, and it changed all my sound settings. So please make sure you tell me. I've had a few boys in my live streams of Among Us, Sea of Thieves, and things like that. They have all told me that, levels that I need to be at. So if I am having problems, feel free to blast it in chat. I'll be here. For now, but we need to get back into Blender. But also, once again, I'm going to remind you that the times have changed in SL, and it's painful. For me, it's painful because Australia time zones, they change, but then like a week or two later, it changes in America, and it's like I could keep updating signs until the cows come home. I don't want to. I'm not really interested in updating signs all the time. It's painful. So, if you're already interested in the video, I'm pretty sure you'll be following along at home anyway. Today we are getting into the chassis. We're going to put the ladders and everything in. I've got my camera over the top of it. We're going to put we're going to start with the cow catcher. Make sure that shape is right. You can see how it kind of comes down and it's got multiple different angles. However, when we look into this part of the model, that's actually not 100% correct. That is actually a flat face from here all the way down to here, and these are just strengtheners, just welded into place. They don't actually do anything. I'd imagine that little piece of metal in there would actually strengthen the knuckle or the coupler so they don't flex. That'd be about it. But we need to get into Blender, so let's pull our heads in and go into Blender. So we're back in the model. Don't have a lot of space in Blender when we're on a small page like this. So I'll get rid of my webcam and everything's alright. As I was saying, we're going to white frame mode. There we go. You can see now that I've lined the stairs up and everything. However, there's bits and pieces that don't line up. So fingers crossed, we're going to get that sorted today. There's a whole heap of things here that I didn't line up last time. We'll go back into solid mode and we'll see that I've done the main part of the body. We'll go back into this mode, here we go. And you can see I've done underneath. All of our, what are you doing there, mate? Come on, get out. You can see how I've had to edit. Control. I've had to edit the underneath of the chassis so I can run pipes down the bottom. I don't think I'm going to run all the pipes, the air pipes and things like that. I think this model is going to be super complex, and I think I can get away with just using textures. I don't want to get super how do you say, I don't want to get into the model and find out that I've got too much detail into it to the point where I've made the model too heavy of weight for second life. So we are going to refine this model. I don't like or prefer doing the model this way, but for now that's how we're going to do it. This is one of the two ways that you can build. There is another way, as I said earlier, and we might go and see Zany Zen about that, or I might go do my research, because the people at Zany Zen Railway, they don't build in mesh. They build in prim, export, and bring it back as mesh, which is, I think that's pretty cool. That's definitely interesting. For now, let's get back into trying to figure out and remembering what these keys are, so I can. Oh, almost crashed them. How do you almost crash this shit? Seriously? Here we go. Control 1, Control 3. Okay. Go A. Back into wireframe mode. We're going to start molding the front of this thing. So let's go. Where do we start, people? Where do we start? Start with A to deselect everything. I reckon we could. I'm not a big fan of building this way, but we're going to do it just to show people, I guess. Grab all that. Yep. Okay. I'm going to go into Control 3. I hope the computers that I'm running currently are not buzzing off their faces, because it's starting to get pretty hot in Australia. I don't want to bring a fan in here because we'll start running into some problems with noises, and so fingers crossed. Grab. And I'll fuck that up. What am I after? I'm after. Oh no. I forgot what I'm after. Man. Scale? No. Select? No. I'm gonna hate myself because I'll remember it very soon. B. B for border select, mate. Come on. Get with the program. Shift B. Okay. Shift B. Okay, that didn't work. Looks like we're doing one end at a time. Okay, we're going to grab that side on the Z-axis. We're going to bring her up. Try and line her up so she's a little bit even with the model. Do we want to bring that forward? Probably not, because this area here is below the cow catcher, or under the cow catcher, the width. So we'll just leave that there. A. Control, scroll the mouse wheel to go sideways. B to border select. Grab the whole lot. And go out of my way to make sure that everything's been selected. Go into Control 3 to go back into a left ortho. where my where my images are to line up to. I'm going to grab them on the Z-axis, move them up. Okay, everything's looking half decent. I'm actually now thinking about moving the cow catcher forward as well. Thinking about it, but I'm also thinking that it's not going to matter because I'll scale it in Second Life as well, so I'm kind of rocking a hard place at the moment. We're going to go into face mode. Let's go and no. Let's delete some faces that we know that we don't need. Let's go. Bar out. This part always scares me because I don't know what I'm grabbing. Some of these faces don't even look right. No, we're going alright. We're going alright. Control 3. Wireframe. Okay, I'm going to delete faces. That should do the job. Control 3, have another look. Could have actually deleted a few other faces there as well, now that I look at it. I think I might too. So I'm going to go beta border select. I'm going to grab everything off the front. Check it, make sure I got everything there. Solid. Everything's looking pretty good. Go check the other side. Everything's good. Control 3. Go back to wireframe. Delete faces. I'm going to go to beta border select. And we're going to delete faces. I know it's been working for me, so I can beta border select. Delete faces. We'll go across to the other side now, and we'll start simplifying that as well. There's another way as well where we can try and pick up all the verts and shrink them back on themselves, but at the moment it's not worthwhile trying. I go to, we're in wireframe mode, beta border select, grab everything that's not needed, delete faces. We're having a good run with the delete faces at the moment, so I want to run with it. Beta border select. And delete faces. Okay. So we're pretty much the same back and forth. I'm thinking I might. I don't know about that. I might not do that back there. I was thinking about doing the select all and merge it last, but I don't think I want to. Troy, how's it going, man? Hope you're enjoying. doing a live stream at the moment to show people what I do in Second Life. If you like it, stick around, say hi. We already have. Don't need to ask you to do that, but anyways, this is what we do. We're making 3D models and we're having fun. That's the main thing. You gotta have fun while you're doing this. It can get very, very painful if you don't have fun. Talking to people, maybe even having a Discord open, that'll help you out. In my case right now, because I'm streaming, I'm not going to do that. Going to solid mode. You can see now that I've deleted all the faces. I know that if I open up Discord, I'll get nothing done. Absolutely nothing. I'll sit around and I'll be laughing my face off all night. While I'm here, I'm going to do a border select. Yeah, I'm going to have a think about what my next move is right now. Because it's control. No. Come on, man. We're in Blender. There's a couple of faces there that I don't need, but at the same time I do need them. I'm thinking I'm going to grab a few verts now, start moving them around. I'll actually go into the bottom here and delete some faces in a solid mode. I want to grab this face and just go all the way down. So this is the reason why this way of making mesh is so much more difficult. I don't like making mesh this way. It's just not very productive. You can also see that I've got to remake all this down here as well. Go over here. Same as. You can see I've already missed some faces. Man, I'm gonna have to open this bloody window soon. It's getting hotter in here than the devil's anus, I tell you. Delete faces. Not beatable, it's like Control 3 to go back into the side view. White frame. I know that the 48s cowcatch goes all the way to the side, but I've also deleted part of the side. Go back into images. Yeah, you can see right there where I really need to view in a little bit closer, but or even there. You can see where there's a hole. Let's go back into the model. Let's go back into Control 3. And I made that there so that I could delete it. So I'm going to go beta border select actually in face mode and grab everything there and delete it. Delete faces. Oh, okay. I know what the problem is straight away. No worries. No worries. We go B to border select once again in wireframe mode. Yes. And we're going to delete all that. Faces. You can see there's a line coming down here. That's because in solid mode I haven't actually how do you say cut it or made multiple faces in it, so I'm not stressed out. What we can do is go back into Control 3, go back into wireframe so we can see everything, and we do need that part to be part of the stairs. So what we're going to do now is go into vert mode, B to border select, grab the whole lot. I'm going to go sideways a little bit. Yep, I've selected everything. You can see that it's a full line now. Control 3. And I'm going to grab that on the Z axis. You can see I'm doing my best to line it up with that dot. You thought I had it lined up, but I don't. Grab on the Z axis once again. That's as close as we're going to get. Can't get any closer than that. That has not been linked. At this present stage, I'm not going to link it either. But then again, the question comes in, do you link it? Now that I think about it, it's probably be a wise idea to do that. I'm going to go to solid mode. Okay, we're not over here, we're up here. No, we're up here. Okay, I need to deselect. I've selected the side I want first. That hasn't worked for me. I'm going as far as I possibly can. Okay, I keep grabbing that first one. I want to grab the other one. Actually, let's just grab that. Grab on the y-axis, bring it forward. Grab Y. Grab Y, come on mate, come on. I'm going to go there and merge it last. Okay, so both of them verts now are connected. I'm going to go B, not B, I'll just try and grab a vert. I've got vert selected down the bottom here where my arrow is. I'm going to grab that there. There we go. You can always tell if you've got it all selected properly. You can see up here that's not selected, it's not connected. Go across. Do the same to the other side. I'm going to grab that on the y-axis, y being front to back. I'm going to go shift right click on that one, merge at last. Okay, that's connected now. Go and try and grab that vert with the right click on the mouse and you can see how it's been selected. Yeah, select that, Control 3. And go back into wireframe mode. Here we go, A to deselect, B to border select, grab the whole thing. And you can see that we've grabbed everything but one thing, which is, no, that's right. Control 3. I'm going to grab it on the Z axis. That doesn't want me to do it. Grab it on the Z. Come on, what's going on? Grab the Z. Okay, it's going to be very hard for you to see. Even I'm having struggles trying to find it. Grab Z. It's a little tiny orange dot. And I can't go any further. A. To deselect. Oh, okay. Grab that on the X-axis then. Shift, right click, merge at last. Go over to the other side of the model, and we're going to have a look at grabbing on the X-axis, being side to side, because I've managed to select the back side of that face. Shift, right click where I want to go, merge at last. Okay. Control 3 to go back into your local left ortho. And we're going to go to A to select everything, dot delete on the number pad, look into the model, and just see where we're at. A to deselect. I think everything's alright. Okay, everything is looking pretty good. Okay. Now we need to. This is where things start to get fun. Oh boy, this is where it gets fun. Okay, so we need to understand that this part of the model back here is actually a support frame. It's not part of the stairs. It's got nothing to do with anything. However, what we do need to do you would think that off this image that this part of the shape follows up this way. Well, it doesn't, and this part here is actually the flat plate of the front. So that's where we're going to aim for. We're going to aim for that. So we are going to look at, actually all them faces line up pretty nicely, to tell the truth. I'm going to go into my nothing because I've screwed everything up. Solid mode. Okay, we're still down. Okay, yeah, right. Let's grab some faces and move them up quickly. I'm going to go to edge mode. So you got vert, which is dot. I don't know if you can see this. My screen's pretty small, to tell the truth, even though I'm running a 1980. You got verts, edges, and faces. So I'm going to go into edge mode. I grab that to select all my edges. Right, and if I go back to vert mode, that's every single vert selected. Just makes life a little bit easier. I go back into control 3 to pick up where I'm at. And I did that for no reason. For some reason I did that. I don't know why. I don't know why. Actually, we'll go into top view. Are we in top view? 7 for top view? Yeah. Go into wireframe mode so we can see what we've selected. Which looks odd to me. There we go. Okay. We're going to deselect. And we're going to try and make a triangle. Actually, no, we're not. I've just made a mistake. I'm sure I've even made a bigger mistake now that I look at it. Oh boy. Where the middle of the face is where I should be cutting my... Might be in a little bit of trouble here. Might be in a little bit of trouble. I think I should have added more. Get back into solid mode. I think I've made a big mistake here. Actually, I might be able to get away with this. Go back into front mode. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, we're going to go into loop cut and slide. And I'm going to add that right in the dead center of that face down there. Just because it's going to be scaled out a little bit better. And I'm going to A to deselect. I'm going to go loop cut and slide. Same issue, straight in the middle of that there. Right click on the mouse, A to deselect. So I should now go into the front mode, and it's reasonably lined up to where I want it to be. It's not 100%, but that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Let's go to the back end. Ooh, gone past it. It's confusing if you don't know what you're looking at too. If you're not sure what you're looking at, go and have a look. Don't be afraid to go and have a look. I'm going to go to loop cut and slide. Why have I got two faces there? I don't know. Right click on the mouse, A to deselect. Loop cut and slide. In the middle there, purple face. See the purple. Left click down, right click, A to deselect. Why do we have them faces there? And what end of the cab is that? Control 3. Front end. Let's go and delete them faces, I guess. We can always bring them back later. It's not necessary, but anyway. Face mode. Wireframe mode. Yeah, why did you delete them faces? What's going on here? You idiot. Why'd you do that for? Actually, it's not necessary to have them faces there. But I will grab... This will make you laugh. Because I'm in scale right now, I'm going to go into edge mode, grab that one, and grab that one. Control 3 to go there. I'm already in wireframe mode. I'm going to go into vert mode. I'm going to go extrude on the Y. I'm going to bring that out, and it looks as if it's already kind of measured up properly. No, it hasn't. Thanks for coming. Okay. I'm going to grab it on the Y. I think we'll get away with that. Okay. A to deselect. And grab the wrong one. Basically, I want that stair. Go back back into solid, yeah? Yeah, I picked the wrong one. Ugh. And deselect. Come on. Grab Z. Oh, too bad. Merge at last. A. Go over here. Same as that one. Grab on Z. Right click with a shift on that vert. I'm going to go to merge at last. A. We're back to normal. I haven't got stair back in there yet because it's not technically needed. So I can go back over to here and select some faces and go face mode. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing a face. Where? Delete faces. Okay. Everything's still correct in orientation. That being the aqua line facing out. So far, so good. So far, we've only had one issue with the aqua line. Go back into Control 3. And we're going to go to wireframe. We need to get rid of some Eisenhausens. This is going to be Crazy Town. Control 3. I need to get rid of that cube under the stair. Yep, we've done that. Both sides, yeah? Nope. Got rid of one. Okay. Let's grab that face. Yep, we got that one. And we'll grab the other face. Don't know why the other. I don't know. Got me. Okay. We need to delete them. Try and merge them in too. Which I mean I have to delete these ones. Delete faces. And we separated the model. We're also going to delete these faces. Delete faces. Come on, delete faces. And that's going to be our curve. So if I go into, let's try and pick a model where you can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. That's going to be that curve right there. So it comes flat off the stairs, up and around, down. And then that's when the cow catcher comes in. So that's where we're at. Let's go to Blender. And confuse ourselves because we're not in solid mode. Okay. And I want to I think I might go up. Actually, I might go vert mode. Like that. Get into Control 3. We can't raise that up. Okay, we'll go to here, go up, go to there. Now we go back to Control 3. I'm confusing myself at the moment. Honestly, I hate building like this. I really do. However, this is another form of building with Blender, so I'm going to go to extrude. You see, I've stuffed up again. Okay, extrude on the y-axis, being front to back. Go into edge mode. Oh, Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. E to extrude on the y-axis. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. And then again, to get it properly, Control Z. A to deselect. It's not going to work for me. Alt. That way, go to Control 3. Man, what have you done? Extrude on the y-axis, bring it out this way. This is going to be painful, I can tell. This is going to be super painful. Super painful. We'll go to edges. Oh, I should go verts. We'll go to B to border select. A B to border. We'll go to toilet and neck ourselves. What's going on here? Why is this not going to work for us? Edge, edge, vert mode. Go back to edge mode. Go to Control 3. Extrude on the Z. Go to vert mode. Go to wireframe mode. This is frustrating. This is really frustrating. Grab on the Z. Move it up. Delete on the number pad. Move in. You can see I'm still out. Grab on the Z. Okay. A to deselect. B to border select. And I knew I was going to be a long way out. So I'm going to go grab on the Y scale, front to back. I'm going to bring that out. Okay. Shift to move up. Shift and scroll. Control and scroll. Grab on the Y, which is front and back. Okay. That's as close as we're going to get. I'm going to move it out of there. Now I can go to A. What is going on over here? Why can't I? Okay, yeah. We're good, we're good. So far, fingers crossed. Go to edge mode. We're going to grab that edge, we're going to grab that edge. Extrude scale X being sideways. Bring them in. A to deselect, go back into vert mode, and we're just going to go merge it last. Merge last. A to deselect. Merge it last. Merge last. You can see our vert there. So I'm going to vert. Our face is correct. It's actually got the view coming down away from the face. We're going to go to the vert, merge it last. A, merge it last. I think I better do some work on this during the week so we can move forward quicker. Getting a little bit frustrated with this, actually, to tell the truth. But we should now have an area where we can round that off. We can round that off. We can start dragging things backwards now and start creating that cowcatcher form on the front. So I'm going to go back and do that as well. Onto the back end of the model. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope I'm not boring people. Where am I up to? I want to grab that vert. No. Now I've done it completely different this way. So if I go into Control 3, I just select everything, dot or delete on the number pad to have a look in. We've done this end, we want to look at this end. What have I done? What have I done back here? Because it didn't line up properly. Okay. Go into face mode, I think. I reckon we want to delete that one, and that one, that one, and that one. Go to delete faces. I want to go into edge mode, edge, Control 3. I've selected the wrong edges. Why does that have more verts than the back edge? What have I done there? Control 3, Control Z, sorry, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Bring the faces back. The stairs just don't line up for some reason. I'm sure there's a reason why I've done it, but anyway. Maybe if I go into wireframe mode, it'll probably tell me why. Ah, okay. I can see straight away why I've done it. And I've stuffed up. This is going to make life difficult in the long run. There's actually a loop cut and slide in here that is not shown because it's out of view. That's the reason why. I deselect. Okay, let's go beyond here. I need to bring back that one. Oh man, it's more painful than you think. Go to edge. Oh, I've already selected them. What? Fair enough. Control 3. I'm gonna go grab Z. No. extrude Z. And I'm going to vert mode, grab Z. Zoom in. Grab Z. That's pretty close. Make sure we've only got that selected. Yeah. A to deselect, come down. And we need to now start grabbing. You can see how I've selected a vert and it's not in a triangular formation, being 3 edges. So A, grab the other one, whoops. Grab Y on the long, shift, right click, merge at last. Go over to the other side now. You can see, once again, I haven't got 3 edges selected. I'm going to grab Y, right click, shift on the last, merge at last. A, now I've got 3 selected. A to deselect. If you understand the making sure that all the verts are merged and everything like that, you're going to have a super easy time. Everything's pretty good. What I might do to make life easier for me is I'm going to have a look at a model. Actually, let's go over to have a look at that model that I've got. So I don't know if it's going to show up or not. I hope it shows up for you. There you go. So keep in mind that this model might not be accurate. However, I do have, I reckon I've probably got about 95% faith in their abilities down there at Cision Models. They do a top-notch job. And if you ever get the chance to go see their website, make sure you go down and see them. Or if you go into their shop, make sure you go see them. They got some amazing stuff down there, and they don't only do Australian stuff. They do, I think, Pommy stuff as well, and some American stuff. So make sure you go down and see them. That's Cision. I'll go and find their website. Bugger it. Let's go and have a look. There you go. There's their website right there. Let's go back into because I've managed to forget what scene we're in. And there it is, Cision Models. Make sure you go check them out. They are fantastic when it comes to models. You got to go and check them out. Whether it's just checking out their website, checking them out on YouTube, they got some good stuff. Alright, we need to get back into what we're doing. And as I was just showing you, there is that cow catcher on the front, and I want to start merging all of these verts into one. So we look at our model here. Oh, here we go. Let's just go and have a look at old mate here. Even that picture there, that's a good picture. That's a good picture. You can see from the corner, it all merges out into one. It's nice and flat, nice and how do you say? One straight line. So we don't need multiple verts out there. What I'm going to do is, you can see the center line. We're going to run off a center line, and that's the reason why I made the line in the first place. We're going to go grab there. We're going to go shift all the way along the verts until I hit center. You can, what are you doing, mate? Come on, what are you doing? I've hit center, vert. 1 face, 2 face, 3 face, 4 face, 5. 1, 2, what the hell's going on there? Why doesn't that vert have a face? Oh, this looks like trouble. Oh no. Maybe it was just the way I was looking at it, I don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to merge at last. There we go. The reason why I've done this is because I want a nice flat, how do you say? I want a flat edge to merge in the center. I'm obviously having a problem right now with one face that's playing silly buggers with me, and I want to delete that face because it's not needed. No silly buggers. I'm also going to go back on them inside verts and merge them at 1 as well. Less faces, less weight. Merge at last. There we go. Hey. Same over here. I'm actually going to delete this face here so I don't have to deal with it. Delete face. Face. I'm going to go to edge mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 edges. Merge at last. There we go. I'm going to grab the verts that are not necessary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Merge at last. We just removed 5 verts and we calculate everything on verts. Now, Control 3. Everything's looking pretty swish. And I've just found another problem. So we're going to go to A, deselect, faces, that one, and that one. Control 3, delete faces. Uh-oh. Control 3, no, Control Z. A to deselect. We're going to grab edge mode. No, grab these 2 edges. That one, that one. Control 3 to go back into side mode. We're going to extrude on the Y-axis, and we're going to go into vert mode so we can see where that dot is. We're going to grab that on the Y. Okay, grab on the Y. Y once again. Okay. Go around, move up. Our faces look good. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Okay. Once again, I grab it on the Y, move it forward just a tad. A to deselect, and I'll just quickly grab things and merge them at the last. A, merge at last. Please forgive me if you're not being able to see what I'm doing. If you want me to slow down, if my sound is out, something like that, give me a yell. If you can hear the sound in the background, tell me about that as well. Control 3. We need to delete these faces as I did earlier, but it didn't work for me. Go back to that face and delete faces. Now we're going to go to vert mode and move it back. Merge at last. Merge at last. A. Merge at last. A. So now if we go back into Control 3, you'll see that we've now started forming that cow catcher. Go all the way to the back of the chassis. Looks like we don't need to form anything. However, we've got a lot of verts. We'll start deleting. So, I forgot to put them in. Okay. Grab that vert, that vert, that vert, that vert, that vert, and merge at last, being the center vert. Another vert there, come back on the center vert, merge at last. Go that vert, merge at last. And at this present stage, you're just trying to want to get rid of verts. That's the main thing. Okay, we go to hell is what we do. A. Merge at last. A. I said A. A to deselect. Come on, mate, come on. Merge at last is A. Boom, boom, boom. Merge at last. A. 1, 2, 3. Merge at last. Okay, we've just removed a whole heap of verts. Why is there extra verts there compared to the back? Control 3, let's go find out. Because I've done that. Okay, let's go to the back. Nice and simple. That one with that one and merge at last. Simple. Control 3, wireframe mode. We're looking good. We're looking good. Now, let's start. Oh boy. I reckon we call a quick toilet break because I'm missing some pieces by the looks of this. Yeah, I am. Off the back end. No. Let's just keep running with it. Keep running. Come on. See, that's how I want it. And I'm going to curve them edges. They don't have to be curved, but it'd be nice if they were. I don't think it's needed. We're talking about a model for a game where it's not like as if we're making a precision item. So go into face mode. You can see there I've stuffed up. I'm going to move them in. I've stuffed that up. Okay, to compensate for that, I'm going to bring the front to the back, if that makes any sense to you. I go and grab the verts and bring them down. So I'm going to go to this vert and this vert, and I'm going to go into Control 3, not dot. I'm going to go to extrude on the Y and bring them out. Delete on the number pad. Grab them and on the Y, bring it towards that vert there. See how, if you want something to be even, you can see how you can do it quite simply by starting off with a cube and a hyperloop cut slides. It doesn't work that way when you're doing it with extrude grabs and things like that. So you can see where I've stuffed up. Da, da, da. So I'm going to go. A to deselect. I'm going to grab that edge. I think I'm going to do them one by one, just in case they're not in alignment. Grab on the X being sideways instead of... Jesus, what are you doing there? You know, I really should have Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Come on. I should have grabbed more verts. Yep. Because that was very silly of me to not grab enough verts. So I'm going to add that vert to the mix. I'm going to add that vert to the mix. I'm going to go to Control 3, being side view or local ortho. And I'm going to go to extrude on the Y axis, being front to back. We'll bring that forward. Delete on the number pad. Grab Y. G for grab, by the way. That's pretty good. Until you zoom in. Grab on the Y, and that was pretty close. Okay, I'm going to move around. So it's not that difficult to fix mistakes in this. It's not that bad. I received a payment from PayPal. If it was a donation, thank you very much. I don't exactly see that come up on screen while I'm streaming, but thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. I hope I'm helping you guys out. Fingers crossed. If you've ever got any questions, please feel free to message me in the world, in YouTube, anything like that. Very happy to help out. And A to deselect. Gonna go into grab these edges. I've got to work. For some reason, YouTube doesn't show me notifications. I've got it all selected for YouTube to show it, but I don't understand why. I've got my alert boxes, everything's open, so I'm going to go to grab that edge on the x-axis. I'm going to drag it out. I'm going to go to number 1 on my keyboard, I think it is. Yeah, it is number 1. Into edge, vert mode. And I'm at the wrong end of the vert by the looks of this. The very wrong end of it. Grab on the x-axis. Move it around so we can see what we're dealing with. And I think we're pretty close to what we want. A to deselect. I'm going to go to, I got the wrong one obviously. Not the right one that I want. Grab on the x-axis. Grab X. Actually, I don't even need that vert, do I? Don't even need that face. What am I doing? Everything is really hard to look at when we're talking about verts. Go delete face. The reason why I say that is I'm going to bring that back, sorry. Because I'm a fool, that's why. The reason why I say that is because it is very hard in my frame to understand what the hell's going on. It's not like, how do you say? It's not like a solid object when you're looking at it. Sometimes you can be looking at something like this and you could select the other part of the model or the other face of the model. That's why I go into wireframe mode if I want everything selected at one stage. It's just a lot easier that way. Go down quickly because I want to select this face and get rid of it. And then I want to come around. I want to go here to this edge. Go into Control 3 on the keyboard. I want to go into vert mode. I want to go into extrude Y, being front to back. I want to bring that forward and try and line that up with that there. Delete or dot on the keyboard. Keep in mind I'm on Windows using Blender. I hope this is working out for you at home as well if you're following along. Grab on the Y axis. And now we've selected enough to the point where we can keep moving on with the model. A to deselect. I've selected there. Oh, grab the cap locks button for some reason. I'm going to merge that at the last. A to deselect. I'm going to go to my edge mode. I'm going to go to extrude on the x-axis being sideways. Keep in mind in the game, in Second Life, sorry, don't call it a game, people get upset. If you build on the y-axis, you'll be very disappointed because things will go sideways and not the way you want. So in Blender, we build on the y-axis and we bring it into the in-world and we switch it 90 degrees, or the direction that you want it to go in on the x-axis. Merge at last. Oops. So this is what I find to be an easy way of doing. However, there are other people in the world and they do it completely different. They build it with primitives, export it, clean it up and bring it back. And I'll do a run one day down to, actually I went down there today with Ven. I guess a lot of people know Ven. We went down to a place and, what am I doing here? I'm confusing myself. We actually went down to a place where they do actually do that. They build with prim and then they come out. I need to deselect because I'm confusing myself there. They built with prim so they exceed in world, and then they come back, clean it up in Blender or any form of program like that, and then they've got a clean model to put back into the game, which is absolutely fantastic. I think that's a Firestorm thing from memory. Extrude on the y-axis to go forward. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm not 100% sure. I've always just built from Blender and bought it in World. Grab on the y-axis again. Got to line that up. And as you can see, I'm scrolling my mouse. I can't go any further in. Everything's looking pretty good there. So I've got an area where I can merge up to. Go select everything, deselect. I'm going to go to vert mode. I'm still in vert mode. Merge at last. A. And that's not doing what I want for some reason. I don't know why that did that. Control Z, mate, come on. A. There's our problem right there. So grab that one. Let's see, she's it's going to be a problem child. Merge that last. Merge at last. Go into face mode. Delete face. And delete these faces as well. That's the right face. Yep. Delete faces. We've just realized a problem. Here we go. Okay. You can see how we've got a dot right there. That means that I've obviously pressed a key function or done something wrong. It tells me that I've now got a face on an edge, which is yeah, that's not acceptable. We can't have that. That's one extra vert. Sorry, that's 4 extra verts in world, so we've got to get rid of that. I had to select everything and and then we go to remove doubles or remove duplicates. That's on the left hand side, as we use the merge at buttons. It's the one on the bottom, and we got rid of 3 verts. There you go. For some reason I created 3 verts. It'd probably be because I've picked up a whole heap of edges at one hit. So I go to extrude on the x-axis. We're going to go sideways. Go into vert mode. Grab a vert, merge it at last. Merge it at last. And everything's looking pretty good. Once again, check your faces, make sure they're facing the correct direction, because if they're not facing the correct direction, you will actually get a no image on your model. But however, when you do like in World an alt left click and look inside, let's go back into Second Life. Here's a model that I've already got. If I go alt left click, which I'm doing right now, look inside, you can see how everything disappears. I look back here, come back into here, and you can see it's all there. That's because of the face direction, and we need the face direction to be correct. Why do these faces here not turn up? Because I didn't add them. Not on the inside model anyway. Go into our model that we're doing now. They're not there. Pretty weird, eh? But that's how it works. That's why we have a low level of how do we say, a low level of land impact, because we're only showing one face. However, when we go and do something like a sculpty, we've got multiple faces that we haven't even added. So with mesh, we duplicate the faces as we come in, so we get double faces. But I think sculpties was up to about 6 or 7 faces per square. So that's where you get your massive loads from. They said that, you know, your one sculpty would actually be one prim, but it was actually more. The reason why it was more, because once you added mesh to it, everything would convert to mesh. Control 3. We can get rid of some more faces here too. And I think that's a very wise thing to do. Let's get rid of some more faces. Once again, I'm not a fan of building this way, but I'm not a big fan. Okay, we're going to go back into Control 3, make sure that I know what faces I need. I go to Edge mode. The way I'm doing this now is it's interesting. A lot of I see it as a big waste of time the way I'm building this way, or this method in Blender. I think I could do things a lot quicker if I didn't do it this way. However, if you're trying to be 100% accurate in your measurements, it's a good way of doing it. Go to 1. I prefer to go from the top and come down and just keep dragging things and highlighting and taking things away like I did with the first half of the model. However, at the end of the day, we're going to have a pretty good model at the end of this, because we've got now a chassis where it's the exact same model front to rear, so we should be laughing. Go there. I've got my edge mode on. I'm going to go extrude, E for extrude, S for scale on the x-axis. I'm going to bring that in. I want that. Actually, I don't need this to be accurate. And by the looks of it, it's not accurate. If you can just see how that's loaded in. I'm going to tilt sideways a little bit too, just so you guys can see. I'm going to go grab that, merge that at last. I'm going to go A, I'm going to go grab there, merge at last. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we can start playing silly buggers. We can grab, let's just grab one vert, go grab it on the x-axis and bring it across, because I need a spot where I can start, how do you say, a point where I can bring things together. I need to be able to, actually I could probably do it another way. This is a sad part about when you're building with mesh, you're always like, oh no, I could do it a different way. Oh, no, I'll do it this way. No, I'll do it the other way. Control Z. Control Z. There we are. That's where we're at. If I go and grab these edges right here, extrude on the Z axis, meaning up. Every face is good. Yep. Let's go, and I know that. Yeah, you guys might be able to see that nicely. I know that this vert here and this vert here are going to be on the correct wall, so I can go to merge at last. No, actually better off not doing that, but I do know that that is correct where I want it, so I'm going to grab that, Control 3, and I'm going to bring that back to these verts here. You can see how the triangle comes back, but it's in line there. So I can go and grab that one, grab on the y-axis being front to back, delete on the notepad, scroll in, make sure I'm on that line, grab on the y-axis. I'm going to grab and try and match it up with this vert here. So I'm going to go grab on the Z axis. Grab Z. And hopefully we're going to be lined up where I can grab my other two verts. Hopefully it's not going to be painful. Hopefully. Okay. Grab that one, and then I'm going to go merge at last, which is pretty much center. A to deselect. You can see now, we have created that triangle or the cow catcher. So I'm now going to go into edge mode, grab that edge, nope, not that edge, that one. Extrude, scale X for sideways. I'm going to go into vert mode, which is dots, obviously. Merge that at last. Our faces, you can see our faces are facing the right way, which is great. Keep checking the faces because that will grab you. That'll absolutely destroy your day if you don't keep an eye on them. Okay, once again, we're going to grab some more verts. Come on, mate. Yep, okay. I'm going to go to edge mode once again. There. I'm going to go to extrude, scale X. So that's E for extrude, S for scale, X for sideways, back into vert mode, grab all, grab the vert that I want it all to merge to, merge at last, A. There's your one end of the cow catcher done, easy. Very easy. Go back into control 3 into side mode, and it lines up reasonably well. I mean, we can move that later on, but right now I'm not going to stress about it. Let's go to the other end, do that once again. There is no way that I can actually remove faces or verts, so I can probably get rid of that vert off into the corner there, but at the same time I'm thinking I'm going to need that later on, so just save it for now. We can do a clean up later on. It's not too bad to do. We've got our faces there. Let's get rid of that face, it's not needed anymore. Delete face, go over here, delete the face, go back up here. We need to go and have a look at control 3, see what we're up to. Okay, that was the front end that we're working on. We need to go into face mode once again. We need to go into wire frame mode. Let's get rid of these faces here. B to border select. There we go. You can see there I've selected only the faces that I want. Control 3, delete faces. Once again, we've already got our stuff sorted. We're going to go to this one here. We're going to vert mode, extrude Z. Okay, that looks pretty good. I shouldn't have done it that way actually. I should have went Control Z to go back to where we were. Go back into edge mode. We'll grab the whole thing. There we go. That's your lower cow catcher. Control 3. I hope the sound's all right for you guys. I had a problem during the week, so if something's wrong, make sure you tell me. Extrude on the Z axis. So I'll tell you what, that's pretty good. Grab Z, push it down a little bit. A to deselect. Grab that. Grab Z. Move up. grab Z. Grab Z. Grab Y for the long. Everything's looking good there. Grab Y. Grab Y once again. I reckon that looks pretty good there. Turn around. Okay, we're going to clean up our verts. Merge at last. A. Merge at last. We now come back and we grab this face. A bit lost now because we're in wireframe mode. Okay, I've got it now. Extrude, scale, X sideways. Okay, we now go A to deselect, vert mode, merge at last, A, merge at last, A to deselect. We're now going to go grab that one, grab that vert, 2 verts that is. We are now going to go and grab the center vert, merge at last, A. Check the faces, make sure faces are correct. Everything's looking pretty good. Is that one there correct? That didn't look. Let's put it into solid mode. Make life easier for yourself. Go into solids. Yep, everything's looking good. Okay, we can now get rid of some faces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete faces. Control 3. Everything's looking good. Control Z, bring them back. You never know, I might need them. So we've got the cow catchers done. That's pretty cool. Next thing to do, we could do a bit of a cleanup up the top here, but right now I don't feel the need to do that. I think that we should be I might actually quickly grab them too. Piss them faces off. Just get rid of them. Merge at last. A. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We can also back down here. I'm gonna put a cube in here later. So I better check that in world. Let's go and have a look at that in world because I don't want to add something that I don't need to put in. And I don't think we need that. So we're gonna make a shortcut. We're gonna go back into Blender, Control 3 to have a look at my model. Back into wireframe mode. So you've just seen then that I've got this part here hanging out of the model. So I don't think I need to put that in. I think I might leave that. I think that's definitely the way to go. I might make that a flat face out the front. Every single model actually has these couples on it. There's back in the old days, back in the 50s, they used to have the old chain couples like the old English styles, but they were all converted over. So I'm tempted to leave that as a flat face and have less corners, less verts. Let's go back into wireframe, and everything's looking pretty good. I think what we'll do is we'll save it, file save, just in case with this heat that I've got right now I might crash, I don't know. That's where we're at right now. I think we're on track. We are on track. Pardon the pun. There's a few things there. This is not exactly the most productive way of making a 3D mesh model. However, it is a way of doing it if you want to be fancy and really super fussy. As I was saying earlier, the perfect way is to start from the top, work your way down, and you can make things very simple. Let's go in well. Let's go and I'll show you what I mean. Obviously, we're doing a model at the moment that is absolutely crazy. Go for a run. Do I have it here on the table? Oh, I don't have it. Let's chuck one down. Hopefully this is the one. Chuck that there. Yeah, it is the one. Very good. So that model there is that's the actual model that we used in the railways of Second Life. That thing that Draxter did. So that there took me probably an hour to make the model. You can see the cubes in it, the squares. I actually made that model in about half an hour, had it textured in probably about an hour, made all my other textures as well, my shine textures for the gold band, had that all done probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So mesh is pretty good depending on the shape that you're dealing with. Obviously what I'm doing now is a little bit crazy. It's kind of something like this. Just a little bit crazy. But we're going to get there. Everything's going to be fine. Absolutely fine. So at the moment, good news as well. Great news at the moment from let's quickly move. So there's actually great news out of Second Life at the moment. Everything's going up to the cloud, obviously. Sim crossings are better. Teleports are better. Everything's a lot faster, a lot smoother. One thing that I'm really super happy with at the moment is one of the VRC members is back, and they're making a railway at the moment. They don't want me to exactly advertise it right now, but it should be coming very, very soon. So I'll try my best to make a notification or something like that about that. Maybe even make an event. This guy's worked very hard, and I think he deserves quite a fair bit of recognition for it as well. Keep in mind that it's his own build, it's his own land, the whole lot as well too. So a bit like the Zany Zen Railway, we'll have to go up there one day as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the likes, especially the people that subscribe. Anyone that watches is really good. If you're following along, learning, building something as well at home, just come and say hi or ask me any questions or something like that. I'll do my best to help you out. Come down and say hi. Obviously I'm down at Control M, you'll see that. That's where I am right there. Won't zoom in any further. So that's where I am. Chalk tree. You can come down and say hi. Yeah, for now, I might do a little bit of work on this model just to do the easy stuff, get it out of the way, to make things move a little bit quicker, because we are looking at a Christmas due date. I did claim it to be a Christmas due date, so see how we go. If you've got any ideas for events or upcoming stuff like that in world, give me a yell and we'll organise something. But for now, I'm out of here. I've saved all the progress and we'll get ready and prepped up for next time. So have fun. Thanks for the donation as well. And see you next time. Have fun.